Our final report today gives us some insight into the challenges faced by the fisher community in Kalmunai in the aftermath of the tsunami, and how assistance from the government and NGOs is making all the difference to the lives of the people here.
Sini Mohammed has always been a fisherman, ever since the age of 14, when he quit school and first went out to sea. This has long been the way of life for many of Kalmunai's coastal residents, but one that was seriously disrupted by the tsunami.
I have been doing this job for many years. About 2 or 3 years before the tsunami, 4 of us got together and bought a boat. We had just started going out to sea when the tsunami came. Our boat was destroyed. There were property damages amounting to about 10 billion rupees in Kalmunai alone. It was the non-governmental organizations that helped the people affected by the tsunami.
With several governmental and non-governmental organizations stepping in to help restore the lives of Kalmunai's tsunami-affected fishermen, Sini Mohammed and other members of the local Fisheries Cooperative Society too received new fishing boats.
Seva Lanka donated 48 boats to the fisher folk of Kalmunai, and 6 or 7 have already been out to sea. The determination of the fishermen and the amount of fish they catch will ensure a successful future for us. We are much better off now than we used to be.
Although Sini Mohammed and others are now able to go back to sea, there are other factors preventing the fisheries industry from growing to its full potential. One such factor concerns high post-harvest losses that significantly reduce the large quantities of fish that are caught in Kalmunai. It is an issue that the Kalmunai Fishermen's Cooperative Society has been attempting to address for a number of years.
We don't have the means to preserve the fish that we catch. We go to Colombo and buy blocks of ice. Then we sell them to the fisher folk at about 200 or 250 rupees. But this too is expensive for them.
To address this issue, Seva Lanka and other organizations are working with the Fisheries Cooperative Society to establish a fish processing facility and ice plant here. Established in 1972, the Kalmunai Fishermen's Cooperative Society has been working closely with the Fisheries Department to improve conditions for the local fishermen. Now, with the additional support of an NGO, things are looking up for this community. The value of cooperation and consultation is something that the members of the Fisheries Cooperative Society take very seriously. The importance of this aspect of the process of assisting communities is also taken into consideration by the NGO that is working closely with the members of the society.
When we start projects like this, we explain the procedure to the people in the area. Afterwards, the district secretariat and the fisheries department are consulted. It is after this that we proceed with the project. Before implementing such a project, government organizations, local organizations and community leaders are all made aware of it.
The fisher community of Kalmunai has been able to put many of their troubles behind them and move towards a new life and future. But the Ampara district is vulnerable to conflict and tension that inevitably affects the daily lives of its residents.
If the present situation escalates into a war, we will be unable to continue with our profession. Even now, there are signs that the security situation will worsen. There are checkpoints everywhere. We are not allowed to go over 15 miles per hour. As fishermen, we can't expect such things. Wherever the fish is, we tend to go in that direction. We go about 40 to 50 miles to find fish. These kinds of limits and other problems will cause impacts on our catch.
If things do improve in the Ampara district, the Kalmunai Fishermen's Cooperative Society plans to expand their industry even further, to include a more comprehensive marketing strategy, not just for fresh fish, but fish products that could be sold across the country. Such an arrangement will stimulate the industry even further and ensure that fishermen have a regular means of income. Kalmunai's fishermen have begun a new life that will hopefully lead to a better future for themselves and their industry.
It's been great having you here today on Coastal Rising, and we do hope that you'll join us again next time too for more stories of coastal communities in recovery. Till then, goodbye.